This Christmas product sold over 600 times in the last 30 days on Etsy. And this product as well sold over 500 times on the last 30 days on Etsy. And if you're not creating these family style t-shirt designs for Etsy, you could be missing out on a ton of different products you can start selling and scaling on your Etsy shop. So in today's video, I want to share with you a very simple way to find these top selling designs, but also how to get started yourself creating these type of Christmas t-shirt designs that you can start selling on your Etsy shop today. I'm gonna share this all with you coming up next. All right, so one of the things that is going to sell extremely well this year, like I said again, are these family Christmas t-shirts. And these are what we call these group type of t-shirts that you can actually get more orders per purchase because people are buying multiple type of t-shirts for their family. And it's very cool when you focus on a specific niche because you can bring in different type of niche elements or season elements into the shirt itself. Adding in personalization is going to be key to our design. Now, I want to share with you several different products that are doing well, but how to actually create that yourself. And we see all these type of t-shirts are selling well, and even now we can see a lot of bestsellers and popular nows already, which is proven that this is going to do extremely well when we come to the peak season. So if you're not incorporating these family type t-shirts, these group type t-shirts into your Etsy business, then you're definitely missing out on a huge sale potential moving forward this Christmas season. Now, what is going to make this entire business possible is having a print-on-demand provider like Printify. This is so huge when you are trying to scale your business on Etsy, is because Printify takes care of all the printing and shipping for you, where the only thing you truly need to focus on is just creating amazing designs. And when you're focusing on a major season like Christmas, we definitely don't want to be tied up creating and printing and shipping out these t-shirts ourselves. We definitely want to give that heavy work over to a print provider, and we just focus on what matters most, creating outstanding designs. And Printify has more than just t-shirts to sell. They have a large category of things for you to create and multiple things that are actually best-selling products for Christmas time. Printify was so kind to give my audience a discount code to utilize their Printify premium version, absolutely free for the next 30 days. This here, as you can see, gives you a major discount on every product sold. For this shirt here, this will cost $10.87 starting off. But if you utilize the Printify Premium, you get a major discount, therefore helping you keep more money in your pocket in the long run. I'll make sure to leave all the details down in my description box below for you to try this out on your own. And if you do want to go over and try Printify Premium, you'll have that 30-day off code down below for you to try this out as well. Again, I'll make sure to leave all this information down below so you can learn more about this for your Etsy business. All right, so here are some examples of these family t-shirts that are doing well. And again, as we talked about before, what is doing well in one category like t-shirts could be easily transferable into a different category like a pillow or even a sweatshirt. Personalization with the name of the individual in the family and adding in those Christmas type elements is going to do extremely well moving forward this Christmas season. As we can see, this person here just putting in a basic text for the design itself, just a letter, but definitely adding in that theme here with the Santa hat. Now, there's multiple products that's doing the same thing here as well. We can see they're incorporating the year and adding in the family name here right on the Santa hat, and definitely putting the focus of the season, which is a family Christmas shirt. This one here is more so taking in a popular phrase, which if you haven't seen my recent video, I talked about the power of phrases and incorporating these popular phrases into your design to target specific people who are looking for these type of phrases, and definitely incorporating them on these Christmas style family t-shirts. But as you can see here, definitely incorporating popular phrases. I think this is a huge benefit for us as well. And if you notice, the elements that's being used for these designs are truly not major at all. Like, we're just utilizing a simple Santa hat. So you really don't have to have a lot of design experience for you to actually sell these type of matching Christmas t-shirts for the family, but definitely being mindful that this is an opportunity for you to start making sales. And as you can see here, we can see this has made 500 sales just in the last 30 days alone. This one here as well made over 600 sales in the last 30 days. So obviously this is what people want, right? We focus on trends, trying to find wins, but then incorporate our own design style into this space. And so yeah, definitely Christmas Christmas t-shirts is exactly what people want to buy. So we definitely want to incorporate that. And remember how I said that it really doesn't take a lot of design experience for you to create this. Again, we see this very simple design with the Santa hat, and definitely bringing in that personalization to help this product sell well. And same thing being done here. Very simple design, but it is bringing in that common denominator, which is the personalization. But again, when you look at these and definitely see the opportunities for you to grow in regards to adding value here, we can see this is not even bringing in those popular phrases that we know to work well. So if I'm looking at this from a design perspective, I know that these phrases are doing well, right? But one thing that's missing here for this design is personalization, right? It can be personalization on the back of the shirt. It can be personalization on the front of the shirt, and then this phrase is on the back of the shirt. But when you are doing this type of product research and trying to see what is selling well, you also want to identify what is missing in these designs that are obviously gaining tons of sales here. But again, we want to incorporate new things that may not be visible here. Like I said, again, adding in that personalization, or even adding in a different Christmas element here, or even different type of font styles to make our product stand out well. And when I look at products like this, that does have that simple design style, just the Santa hat and that personalization, I then go a step further and say, how can we add in those popular phrases down at the bottom, or even adding in some more design elements that represent the Christmas theme? So this is the mindset that I have when I look at these products, because I'm trying to find just not the wins, just not the trends, but trying to trend merge, right? Design merge, and say what is missing from these designs that I can incorporate here into this space. Now we definitely got to go and create this, right? There's a lot of opportunities for us to make sales, but if we just keep our focus on the design and research and not move over into the production, we're not going to have those opportunities to make sales. So I want to share with you a very simple way to recreate this design here, because I believe there is a huge opportunity for us to just simply recreate this by just adding in a different element here, maybe adding in some broader personalization at the bottom. But I'll share with you an easy way to recreate this. And of course, we're definitely utilizing some AI tools to make our design stand out even more. All right, so here we are in Kittle, and one of the reasons why we're here is because of the great templates they have to really speed up our design process. But one of the things we're definitely going to do, obviously, is change the template that we have, but add in those personalization opportunities as well as some AI designs to make our product stand out even well. So one of the designs that we're definitely going to utilize here is this Christmas design here. One of the reasons why is because they already have the text laid up for us, right? We wanted to make this as easy as possible for us to create multiple designs, but definitely bringing in some design attributes we know to sell well. So we're definitely going to utilize this as a template and redesign this ourselves to fit our niche, which is the Christmas family t-shirt. All right, so from here, we're going to go ahead and open up this design. And there are a couple of changes we're definitely going to make with this design to make it stand out even more. First thing we're going to do is take off the Santa here, because we're not going to utilize that into our design. Now we're going to keep this retro style checkerboard background, because we know that has done well over multiple different categories. So we want to infuse that into our design here. We definitely want to change that over into some type of personalization so we can make our product stand out for this year, for Christmas. And instead of us having the entire year laid out for us, we definitely want to take out this 0 here, because that's where we're going to add in our unique element to our design. And of course, we're definitely utilizing some AI tools to speed up our design, and even to create an element that's not out there on Etsy, because it's going to be generated right here using these AI tools. Now that being said, I want to go ahead and take off this 0, but I want to definitely make sure there's some space for us to actually upload our design once we have it. But I think that's a great placement for us to create what we have here. And one of the reasons why I like utilizing templates is because it speeds up our process. So we already have some words here at the bottom where we're definitely going to add in family Christmas. So we definitely add that in here, and we can move this up to our design. And we can definitely move up Christmas here as well. We can add in some names at the bottom, right here in the middle as well. So we definitely wanted to just be mindful of that when we are creating, so we can have that space already pre-planned to add in more personalization to our design. Now we're going to head over to Kittle's AI feature here, which is down here, and we're going to put in a complex prompt for us to get some type of Christmas theme element we could add here to the center of our design, and then add in some personalization here in the middle. So with that being said, I'd like to put in a complex prompt here. And so here is the AI design we gather from our prompt. And the way this works is that we put in a prompt here for our area that we want the AI to create, which I have my prompt here. And if you do want to utilize this prompt as well, I'll make sure I leave it down in my description box below. And so here's our prompt that we added here. We put on a particular theme for our design, which you just put in the watercolor style, and this is what we received as a result. That's why I said AI tools for print-on-demand products and even digital products, I believe moving forward is a great asset to your business. Now, with that being said, we can generate more different designs here, or even change this into a different character. If we don't want a reindeer, we can change this over into a snowman, or change this over to Christmas stockings, or what have you. We can change this over to anything just by changing out the main character here. So instead of us putting a reindeer, we can change this over and put a Santa hat if we wanted to. There's a lot of opportunities that we can definitely create for ourselves to make multiple variations of the products that we have. Now, with that being said, for today's video, we'll keep what we have here with the reindeer, because I think that will do extremely well for our design. One thing that we do have an issue with is the background here. As you can see, we do have that white background to the back of our design. But one thing that's very helpful here is that we can simply click on this tool, background remover, and we'll click on this and it'll remove that white background, and we can have a transparent design we can add into the overall product that we have created. And as you can see here, it took off that white background and gave us that transparent background that we know will do extremely well. And already we can see our design looking extremely well, definitely when we compare this to other designs. Now, one of the things I like to do when I do have my element in place is to group my element and my text together if I'm going to move them, enlarge them, or what have you. So I'll click on my element here, and I'll also click on the letters here, and I'll make sure I right click to group these together so that these are all one solid piece for me to resize or even shrink if I want, or move around the entire image. There's a lot here that we can play with in regards to our design, so we definitely want to incorporate that here. Now, one thing that we also want to do to go a step further with our print-on-demand product is add in personalization. So yes, we have what we call a perceived personalization by adding in the specific year, but I think we can go a step further by adding in a person's name, or at least a placeholder for these names to be changed based upon the preference of the buyer. So with that being said, I want to leave this option open here for my personalization. So I have my text here big with our design. I think that is coming out great. And then we'll add in just a family's name here with that personalization right here in the middle. So the cool thing about this is that I can actually grab this text that's already being used for our design and definitely place that in here. So I can actually copy this, duplicate this, and now I have that same type of style already here. And now, as you can see, it's very easy to put in a family's name. We didn't have to go find the right colors. Everything was here for us to quickly create this design for our t-shirt. And this is the process I teach even in my course of how to quickly create designs like this, utilizing AI tools to help you create amazing designs for your business, either be a physical business or a digital based business. So with here, we just want to put a placeholder for the family name here. If everything is good here, we can go ahead and download this and upload this to our print-on-demand provider like Printify and start selling this on our Etsy shop. So from here, we'll go ahead and hit download here. We'll change the DPI setting to 300, which that is what I like to focus on with my design here. Again, I want to go ahead and remove the background, increase the image quality, make sure it's set to PNG. And from here, I want to hit download. And now I have my design. I can start uploading to my print-on-demand provider. So from here, I can head over to Printify, head over to catalog. I can go over to women's t-shirts, head down to the Bella Plus Canvas t-shirt that we definitely want to create with. I can go ahead and start designing. I can also use Printify Choice here as well, which definitely speeds up my process of finding the best t-shirt to sell for, as well as the best price. So I go ahead and click Start Designing here. Now I have my space where I can upload my design. I'll simply drag and drop that over into my space here. And now, as you can see, this came out extremely well, fits the entire space perfectly. And now we have a design we can upload as a family t-shirt. And again, we can also change the colors if we want to as well with Printify by heading over to the right hand side, changing our colors if we want. So we have white here, but say if we want to sell a dark heather gray or just black in general, we can sell that as well. And that's the outline of the letters I talked about, which I think will work perfect for a black t-shirt, making this stand out even more, especially with this red. And so that came out extremely well with our design. And again, we utilize some AI tools, some pre-made text designs here, but definitely finding those top trending family style t-shirts we can sell on our Etsy shop. If I want to head over to preview, I can see how this shirt will look. Again, I can see how it will be printed out as well. And I think that looks great. I think that looks amazing. And I think this will sell great for our print-on-demand t-shirt. If everything's good here, I can save this and start syncing this over into my Etsy shop, where I can actually start selling this and making a profit. So as you can see, there is a lot of opportunities for you to create these family style t-shirts for your Etsy business. And even if you don't want to create this as a physical t-shirt, you can actually move this over into different print on demand products like a sweatshirt or a coffee mug or a tote bag or a pillow. There's a lot here that you can actually create and start selling on Etsy. Now, if you're new to all this and you're not even sure how to get your Etsy business up and running, I have created a free Etsy course that I will share with you from start to finish how to get your Etsy shop up and running and start making sales today. If you want to check out my free Etsy course, simply put in the comment section the word starter, and I'll make sure I send that free course over to you so you can get started yourself selling these type of products. And check out this next video here where I share with you another trending product you can start selling on Etsy. Subscribe to the channel so you can learn more about how to sell these type of products, and I will see you in the next video.